lovely creatives, Galia here with a show and tell, more show than tell, flip through of these two books that I have here. Interestingly, they have more in common than I had originally thought. They are both handmade with fabric and plaster and all sorts of things. But more than that, they are full of special memories and sentiments and love and family and all those things. So let's have a look, shall we? This one here is a book I made for my daughter. It was the first solo online workshop that I created back in 2012, 2013, called Of the Heart. Some of you may have taken it. This book I made was a gift for my daughter for her first moons. So we'll come to that. And this one here is my Ancestral Threads journal that we made, Sacred Arts, and that's just about to run a new session, which is why we're doing the show and tell. So I'm not sure where to start. I think I'm going to start with this one here. Now, I was very glad to get this out before today, because when I got it out the other day to look through as I was preparing to open registration for the next session and add bits to it, I literally teared up. It is just so beautiful, but it's not just that it's so beautiful, it's just that it is so full of special memories and things for me. So all of this is made from laces and things of my nan's, a hanky of hers, some lace. I think this lace here is from her wedding veil, maybe. And other laces that I had. This is a button, you know, some of us have got those special jars of buttons from our grandmothers, and this is one from that. It's just gorgeous. It's got a transfer here of a poem, a blessing that my mum wrote to me. And here's it's sort of not really a slip cover, but it's a little wrap made with more laces and so forth. And then here's the cover. It's got some botanical alchemy, eco printing on it, and some lace and so forth. Some text, some more lace, plaster, fabric. Just going to move through it. Not all the pages are full yet. These sort of things evolve a little. So I'll share what is full. And this page here with a swan, a rooted swan, was a little page I worked on for ancestral lands. Some slow stitching here. Picture of transfer, image transfer. We'll be doing lots of different image transfers in this workshop. Slow stitching, recipes, relatives, ancestors, all sorts of different pieces. A heart page of all sorts of slow stitching, lace, patterns, fabrics, all sorts of, it's just woven with all sorts of meaning, memory. A photo from my nan's wedding. There's nothing on that page at the moment. My grandfather and my grand uncle, I guess, and slow stitching, mark making. This here is waiting to be turned into a pocket. Plaster pages with transfers. My nan at the Acropolis. That page is waiting to be turned into a pocket and put in. It's my grandfather. And my grandmother. And here they are again. More transfers and lace, stitching, This was a sort of like a deep ancestral page. It's got plaster and slow stitching and transfers of all sorts of different things. A little pocket with some photos made from an antique, one of my nan's hankies. This is my mum when she was little. Isn't she adorable? And that's an image transfer on fabric, and we've got slow stitching, plaster, lace here. Pocket on the other side as well, two-sided pocket. And homage to one of my non-biological aunts here. A little painting of this doll that my nan had made. She used to make these dolls and sell them for her charity to raise money. And this is a little watercolor that my mum had made of grease. And some more slow stitching. A watercolor, another watercolor my mum had made of cats. There's a page of my mum graduating from university. You can see her there. More ancestors. Working with the ancestors. A blessing poem my mum had written to me in a book that's been image transferred there. And there she is, printed on some vellum. Botanical prints. My grandfather. My mum. My nan. And some journaling. This page here I'm working on at the moment for a bonus lesson and a pop-up for the classroom. So recipes, and there's going to be a pocket there. More ancestral work, the constellations of ancestry. And again, ancestral work, another transfer, my mum, my aunt, and a cousin. A story. My mum again. And this beautiful botanical alchemy that just weaves it all together with the earth. Earth as ancestor. So that's that one. Still being filled in, evolving, exploding with beauty and deep meaning. I got through that without tearing up, unlike the other day. And then this one here was a gift for my daughter on her first moons. Let's make sure it's going to be in shot. Okay. Again, working with plaster and fabric and making our own book. That's the front page. It's blank. There's some blank pages in here still because she's got a lifetime for this to evolve. And she's brought it up for me to do this show and tell. So I think I'm going to work in it a bit more so that when she takes it home and opens it next, she finds a new surprise in it. That's a photo of my daughter with a butterfly, printed on silk, stitched in. There's a transfer on plaster. Some slow stitching of moon wisdom for her menage. Pages waiting to be filled. A letter in a plaster pocket. This letter is written to her from her father. There's her grandmother printed on beautiful silk fabric in her wedding gown. She has some writing, painting, a little painting I did of her years ago. I could revisit that too. A little transfer of the photo that I worked from. And she is holding some flowers. In fact, that's her brother holding some flowers for her. That's a family photo in there. That's me, my mum and my brother. It's a very special photo. And this is the poem that was in the other book as well that my mum had given me in my mum's handwriting. A transfer so that her hand is in this book. Wild geese. And a painting. What else have we got here? Some little fairies. And this quote that's often misquoted to Anais Nin, but who did not say this. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. A little saying for my daughter, and these little fairies that are on this pillowcase that was part of her linen when she was a baby, which I keep, this journal lives in. So they're there. And on the other side we have, and above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Love that quote. It's Dahl, I believe. There's a photo of my daughter printed on silk that I need to slow stitch in onto this handkerchief to make that page. That's going to be beautiful. There's a photo of my daughter when she was younger, dancing. Some more poetry, or a blessing for her. I think it was a blessing I wrote for her, like my mum had for me. Sweet Darkness, a very special poem. So I've got that one in there for my daughter. I missed a page somewhere. A map page for her. With what gratitude, what joy, port seen for the first time. Ithaca. This is a beautiful poem from one of my non-biological aunt's favourites that was in the other journal. It's a beautiful poem. So I have that in there for her. And there's another pocket page here. With some letters. That's a letter for me. That's for her, not for you all. And a little thing from that my mum had written for her. That goes in there as well. And it's a special book for her to remember how much she is loved. So both of these journals are similar. Past ancestors and future emerging ancestors.